Master of the house. In the summertime, there is no better place to be than the island of New Florida. Vacationers come to enjoy the beauty of the island. Women trains are always busy year-round, and you can ask random people their names just as much as you want, just not when they're busy. But that is something we need to know. But this year, there wasn't a problem at all. Mr. Cakester had terrible news for Alexia the woman train. Ember has broken down, said Mr. Cakester. You must work with Wade or else. Good plan, sir, said Alexia, and the blue diesel backed up away. And Alexia steamed to the yard. She buffered up to the consist and set off with Wade at the back. Alexia enjoyed the countryside because she was the best engine ever. Keep up the good work, said Wade. Thank you, Wade, I will, said Alexia. And she steamed down the line. A big orange diesel locomotive was waiting for Alexia to pass. And then she steamed by. When she puffed into the circuit, her wheels shunted the rails and changed the impedance of the coated circuit in the track. When she got closer to the crossing, the impedance kept changing, letting the software in the signal box know that she was on her way to keep everyone safe. Then there was trouble. Alexia started to go faster. Oh, help! Cried Alexia. My speedometer is jammed! Then she rocketed around the curve with her goods train. She was terrified. Slow down! soon, Alexia!" called Stacy. "That's way too long for a train." But Alexia didn't hear Stacy. She was too far away. Meanwhile, Sandy was parked in a siding with a goods train to wait for Alexia to pass. But little did she know that the points were misaligned. Alexia's driver saw Sandy's train and he braked hard. But it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the train had overturned while Sandy stayed upright. Alexia was on her side. "Sorry, Sandy," she said. "Don't worry, Alexia," Sandy said. "I'm going to tell Mr. Cakester about you." And she steamed off to go get help. Mr. Cakester was waiting. "Alexia had an accident, sir," said Sandy. "She crashed into my train and derailed." "Since Ember's repaired," Mr. Cakester said, "I will send her to pull Alexia back onto the rails." And meanwhile, Ember arrived to save the day. "I'm glad to see you, Wade," Ember said, and she hitched up with a thunk, and Ember puffed with all her might. And she puffed, her wheels slipped, and she pulled Wade and Alexia back onto the rails. "This is what's to make me own a house," Alexia said. "I'm the master of the house." And at last, the freight cars began to go upright again, taking Alexia with them. "Thank you, Ember," puffed Alexia. "I'm glad to be useful," smiled Ember. "But we have to have new masters of the house come today." After Alexia was repaired, she told Ember all about what happened. "I crashed and had an accident," she said. "Why do you say things like that?" said two engines. Their names were Courtney and Noelle. "It's nice to meet you," said Courtney. "And me too," said Noelle. Even though how awful that accident was, there still couldn't be something repeated in the future. Many engines work hard nowadays because they only bring the freight cars to where they're needed. And when people are busy, it's just best to take one load at a time. Now that's what makes life on New Florida easier to maintain, because it is really useful. And when Alexia was repaired, she never made a mistake about train cars again.